I'm here with Mark Nelson of Rio Grande, and you are going to show us how to make a really cool ring.
Really cool ring and a really simple ring to make.
Okay.
It's really easy to size and there's no problems there.
Look how beautiful it is. I love it. Okay. How do we get started with it?
Basically, you get started, you need about 6 inches of 16 gauge silver wire.
Okay.
You could also use copper or gold filled, but silver works really nicely.
Yeah.
You also need about 6 inches of copper wire, 16 gauge.
And why do you need that?
This is our template.
Oh.
This is how we make sure it's the right size. So basically, you just pick a size on a ring mandrel, and you're going to bend the wire around that size. And just bend it completely around.
Preferably size 7, since it's my size.
7's very good. And now we have a size 7 ring. And we're just going to take some nippers and cut it right in half. Like that. So now we have our template.
Oh, perfect.
All we need to do is just kind of straighten this out a little bit. You can use pliers or you can use a hammer. It's not really, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to straighten that out real quick. Now what you want to do is you want to put this about in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, because that's going to be the ring part. And it's not real critical, but you can just kind of eyeball it there. And you do want to mark it, because these are the ends that have to meet to make it a size 7.
You just mark it with just a regular pen?
Sharpies work great.
Okay.
Permanent ink marker.
Okay.
Now what you need to do is you're going to make the design. And this design is very forgiving. You can do anything you like. You can do squiggles, or you can do more angular pieces, angular designs. And for this one, we'll just do some angles here.
So what are you doing, just holding it with the pliers and just kind of moving it around?
Just hold it with pliers.
And what are you working on top of?
This is a steel block.
Okay.
And these pliers have a nylon jaws. They're lined with nylon.
So that it doesn't affect the silver?
Right.
Okay. Wow. Is it super strong to do it, or is it pretty easy?
It's very
maneuver it?
easy. You don't necessarily have to work on that. You can work freehand too.
Oh, okay.
Whatever fits is better for you.
Yeah.
You can even use round nose pliers and make the curves. Just like that.
Oh.
Now what you do want to do is the ends are a little sharp. So take a file of some type and just lightly go over the ends. And that way they won't poke you as you're working. Just lightly knock them down.
Yeah.
And you want to start about 10 millimeters or so, or the width of your pliers, from that mark that we made. And you want to stay in the same plane. So if you go sideways this way.
Now, is silver going to be one of the better metals to work with because it's softer as opposed to some of the other ones?
Not so much as softness as that.
Fits the design.
It fits the design. It's easy to maintain. It is silver, so it will tarnish.
Right.
And you'll have to maintain it. A simple polishing cloth is an easy way to do that.
Right.
Some people have allergic reactions to copper. Or not so much allergic as they do, their skin just reacts
Right,
differently
discolors.
to it.
Yeah, you get the discoloration.
So let's do that, and then we'll do another curly on the end there. Now here's the fun part. So we have a design. And what you want to do is you want to kind of put some texture into it. And you can use one of these hammers. This is called a chasing hammer. It has a flat side and a ball peen side. What I like to do is I like to flatten. And you hit fairly firmly. Flatten it out.
Now, is that hardening it also?
This is also hardening it.
Okay.
That is true. And you can use the ball peen side to give it some, widen out some areas.
Right.
Because part of design is you want thick and thin areas. It helps make the piece more interesting.
Right.
And by using this side, it also makes little facets. You see the little facets?
It does. And you wouldn't think so because that was the curved side, sort of. You know, you
Right.
think it's smooth, but it's making really nice texture to that.
It's called a hammer finish.
Yeah, or martelato. Yeah, same thing. That's beautiful. And the great thing is you can just kind of go at your own pace and design exactly, put more texture, put less texture.
Exactly. And if you don't like this, you can always go back with a file and file it off.
Really?
There. And you would do this to both sides.
Okay.
So now we have a pattern there.
Mm-hmm.
And to make, so we have size 7, right? So we go on the size 7 on the mandrel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And you can see that our marks are almost on top of each other. Now what you want to do is make another bend right there where they meet.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll go up the finger. And the one thing about this ring that's really neat is it's adjustable.
Okay.
It can go up in
The
size.
days that the finger's a little
Exactly.
chubbier, the days it's a little smaller.
Or your friend likes it and they're a little bigger. Or
Yeah, or you want to wear it as a thumb ring one day.
Sure.
You want to wear it as,
All you
on
need
your
to
ring
do
finger.
is bring it in to size it down and bring it out to size it up.
Oh, okay.
So that's what makes it a lot easier. And what you can also do is, this is a very long ring.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and put it back on the mandrel and give it some
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
taps with a hammer. And you can look at it and go, okay, well, that's pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
I want to change the design a little bit. And you can go ahead and change it.
Yeah,
to
let's just do a different one now. Change it up a little bit.
make these tighter.
Mm-hmm. Now, what would you think of even maybe if you wanted to add beads to it or something like
Definitely.
that? Yeah?
Definitely, you could certainly do that. You'd probably want to keep the wire round.
Okay.
And make sure that your bead holes are big enough to go on there.
To fit all the way through.
But you could certainly do that, and that would really add a lot of neat color to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could also go even further and even make it into an initial or something specific.
Yes.
Or something. See, I'm coming up with all these great additions to it.
Yeah, we can make this as crazy as we like. It's totally open.
I love that.
Totally open.
Now, does it have to be polished or anything like that when it's done?
It does look a little better if it's polished. And an easy way to do that is with a polishing cloth.
Okay. I'll make you shape it first, and then we can show the polishing. So you're just shaping both sides, and I actually kind of like it with one side that's kind of hammered down, and then
The other side round.
yeah.
Well, let's say you didn't like it. You can always go back and put it on the mandrel and hammer it out flat.
Yeah, there it is. Perfect.
And you can make it as crazy as you like.
Mm-hmm. And then you just polish it before you...
So if you want to put it on the mandrel, you can keep hammering.
Yeah, keep
if you want
hammering,
to.
make as many shapes or anything as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. So is this the typical polishing cloth that you would just use to...
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that it's kind of dull right now. Just simply rubbing it is going to bring out some...
Wow.
Yeah.
That was instantaneously.
Yes. It's very easy, and you can see how the tarnish comes off on the rag. And you can do the whole ring. You can see how bright it just gets by doing that.
Yeah.
Very simple, very
simple.
creative.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
fun.
very
It's a really great project to do with a teenager or to do with
and
your
kids love it.
Yeah.
Kids
Which
love
would be
it.
perfect. Great. Well, thanks so much, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was a great project. We'll be right back with Katie Hacker.